growing up as kids, we say stupid things. Most of us as kids, we say stupid things, especially when our friends offend us. You will hear some kids saying things like, "You will not be my friend again. Your mommy will not buy you car again. You will not pass your exam." In fact, I just remember something when we wrote our senior WAEC. Like the WAEC that you use to enter the higher institution. Most of the kids in say like SS2, they'll come then to like SS3 students. Like whenever you punish them for doing something wrong, you know how it is with brothers, like boarding school and seniors and all of those kind of things. These children, or rather these students, will now start saying things like they'll saying things like this to the senior ones in SS3. When you write your exams, you will sit back at home and wait for us to come out before you will be able to enter, before you get an admission to go to a school. You get that kind of thing. And most times, most of these students, they will get so angry, like, why would you say that kind of thing to me? What, that kind of like. But then, thinking about it today, that does not even make sense. Because except maybe you didn't pass, and it's okay if you didn't pass, it doesn't mean you're not going to go to school. But if you pass your exams, why won't they give you an admission? Because of what one little girl said back then in school. Something that doesn't even have weight, that will not stand. So this and many more are the things we're going to be discussing today in day 26 of our 31 days on digging wisdom from the book of Proverbs. So this sounds interesting, and I think you should stick around, okay? Because we're going to be unpacking a whole lot of things, all right? So that being said, let's go dig the wisdom that is packed in today's digging of wisdom from the book of Proverbs. And I'm reading with the ERV translation. If you don't have a physical Bible, go download an offline Bible, okay? From your Apple Store or your Play Store. Let's read together. So I'm reading with the ERV translation, that is the easy to read version, okay? And I'm starting from verse 2, and it says, Proverbs 26 verse 2, don't worry when someone curses you for no reason. Did you hear that? Nothing bad will happen. Such words are like birds that fly past and never stop. So when people say nasty things and they curse you for no reason, you should not worry. You already know your word. The Bible says it will not stand. It's going to fly away like the birds. It does not have wings. It's not going to work. Okay, so stop getting scared. Stop being afraid. Stop having sleepless nights over what one human being said that would never come to pass. All right. Verse 4 to 5 now says, there is no good way to answer fools when they say stupid things. If you answer them, then you too will look like a fool. If you don't answer them, they will think they are smart. Do you get that? There is no good way. There is no way to answer fools. If you answer them, problem. They will think like they will make you look like them. And if you don't answer them, they will think they are smart. So there's no good way to answer them. All right. So that's it. Verse 7 now says, a fool trying to say something wise is like a crippled person trying to walk. This means if you don't have it, you don't have it. You should get wisdom so you don't become a fool. Verse 9, a fool trying to say something wise is like a drunk trying to pick a thorn out of his hands. Verse 10 now says, hiring a fool or a stranger who is just passing by is dangerous. You don't know who might get hurt. You see that? So it's not wise to just hire anybody for especially for your home. You don't just get anyone from anywhere to come work for you. Yes, we may not really know everyone who works for us or who we are hiring to come work for us, but then the Bible is very specific. You should not hire a fool. That's why you should be discerning. That's why you should have wisdom to know who is a fool, who you should hire and who you should not hire. Okay? All right? Yeah, so that's it. Just for instance, hiring on social media, just put out something there. Oh, we are looking for workers. Like, some people do that and it works for them. But if you're hiring someone for your home from that kind of space, that could be dangerous. Your kids, they feel get kidnapped. They might be kidnapped. You get it. So let's be wise. Let's have discerning spirits to be able to make wise decisions. So, with that being said, we've come to the end of today's digging of wisdom from the book of Proverbs, and I hope you learned something from today's digging of wisdom. Okay, so please consider subscribing if you've not done so. Subscribe, like, and share with your friends, and I will see you in our next one. Bye.